words, happy Sunday, and welcome to our first write-in of this year's NaNoWriMo. We're going to be doing these every Sunday in November as we write all the words headed towards 50,000, hopefully. Today we are kind of kicking this off, doing our first Sunday of the month and adjusting to daylight savings time for many of us. It's been a weird day, so I feel like I should have already written more than I have, but we are going to do some things. Probably going to do 3 sprints, different times, figure it out as we go, but just to kick things off. How's everybody doing so far? Rachel, I know you're not doing Nano, but how are things?
No. I mean, it's still a stressful writing time because I found out that I have 2 assignments due this week instead of the 1 that I thought I did. Ooh. So we're going to be writing some words tonight unexpectedly. But so, I mean, I guess it's going okay so far.
Erin, how about you?
I am getting a very late start on Nano because I had a short story that was due. And I was actually getting paid for it, so that had to take precedence, unfortunately. But that ended up being, it was going to be 2,000, and it was 10,000 instead. So I wrote like 5K per day, nice. And then had to edit it. So I'm like really late on the whole Nano thing, but I got everything all planned out. So I just keep telling myself I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna write a lot all in one go. So we'll see what happens.
I'm personally a believer that you can count those 10,000 words to your
I want
to think so. Or you're good.
You're nanoing rebelliously anyway.
I always do.
Like, yeah. What's the harm?
Yeah.
Leah?
Yeah, I'm also doing like a very gentle nano where anything I get done is it counts. But yeah, I've got like pages of the first chapter, so my goal is to try and finish that this week.
Nice. Kyra?
I am on track. I am a bit ahead. I am less ahead than I like to be at this. Because I know my Nano rhythm, and I usually get really ahead the first week. I'm only a little ahead. So we'll try and get a little more ahead because it will fall apart in about 2 weeks.
And Emma?
Yes, I'm the one who did not plan on doing Nano, but have ended up doing Nano.
Nice.
And so I got caught up yesterday, so I hit like the 10,000 yesterday. But like I just hit where I was supposed to be, so like I'm right on track.
I'm still super impressed though.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You were like halfway, and you're like, if I do half, that's still great.
Yeah, exactly. So today I wrote a little bit. I need to write like another 1,000 words tonight to stay on track. So we'll see.
You can do it. You can totally do it.
I 100% believe in you. I'm very excited. Mine has gotten a little off the rails. I got an extra work assignment this week for November. That's like an extra 70 hours of work that I wasn't counting on. So I'm technically behind, but also I'm doing something a little different that was hard to quantify word count wise anyway. So am I really behind, or just I haven't worked on it in a couple days? So we're going to set that straight today. I think we'll start our first sprint at the 40. Just want to check in with everyone in the comments. Let us know how you're doing. I did see someone ask if we're going to do the 4-hour write-a-thon this month, and we are not.
That was very
usually we do that with For the Words, but yeah, nothing like that this year. And I just don't feel like we have the energy this year. I don't know.
No.
We're all doing the best we can.
I think this year we're trying to do more like low-key midweek sprints, productivity hours, and less big things.
Yeah, like pop-up sprints and stuff when people can get their crap together.
I think my most ambitious like write-in plan is figuring out some sort of like Animal Crossing word crawl to do.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so fun.
So let's see. ATW 2006 is at 28,865 so far.
Wow.
Penumbra mine is 540 words behind, but miss days totally good. All words are good words. Crazy Foxy about 400 words behind. Wow, there's a lot of like either on track or like solidly ahead people, and we are supposed to be inspiring them.
You guys are all doing great.
We have Crazy Humorous here. It says, "Hi everyone, thank you for this. It's my first virtual write-in.
Yeah,
You're joining us all the way from Suriname, so
that's incredible.
From where I live."
Yeah, these are always so much fun, and we love writing with all of you. Let's see. So our theme We do prompts with all of the writing sprints when we do these usually. I picked a theme, which was other things that are distracting me in November. So I've got 3 prompts somewhere. How long do we want to do for our first sprint? 10-minute warm up, or do we? Okay,
Warm up.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
So the theme or the topic for this one is going to be Animal Crossing. Your characters return to somewhere they used to spend a lot of time but had forgotten about.
And just for the record, if you want to use the prompt, you can. If it's helpful, use it. If not, no rules.
Yeah, I will leave it kind of in
in Animal Crossing parlance. You got to do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of that, Tiffany in the comments asked, "Are you guys enjoying your story so far?"
Yes,
I am. Yeah.
I feel like at this point, it's either like you're like, "Yeah, I'm like so into it, like I'm really getting going," or you're like, "I realize now that I
made a mistake.
grand mistake."
Yeah.
Like,
Or you do the Aaron thing, you get really pumped about a story you're not supposed to be writing right now.
Yeah, that's usually the case. Oops.
I'm in the boat where I'm like, oh no, this character is so different from me. So it's hard to write them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying mine. I have 2 POV characters, and one of them makes a lot more sense to me than the other. Like, you get one of you, which I guess is better than neither of them making sense to me.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to keep both of them as POV characters?
Yes. I think with the structure I have, because it's like a confusing love triangle, it just makes more sense with my it fits with my vision. I do think maybe there's a possibility I am starting in entirely the wrong spot. That's December Kyra's problem.
I know that feeling.
That's not even December
like,
Kyra's problem. That's like
2022. Yeah.
2022 Kyra's issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
That feeling when you're just like, I don't know if this is the wrong choice, but I'm just gonna keep going and
I
pretend
am
it's fine.
just now asking myself in quite a worried way.
I was trying to think about that audio, but I couldn't quite remember it. So that's the one.
That was me last night thinking this might not be the best place to start.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit with not having any POV characters. Like I'm writing in second person. It's like a choose your own adventure kind of thing.
hard.
So I'm trying to keep it like vague enough that like you can self-insert, but also things have to happen and you still have to do things. So,
Tiffany also asks, will anybody get killed off? I am writing a YA rom-com, so I'm going to say a soft no for me.
something
Soft
will happen
no?
to
You're not
one of the
certain,
mascot
though.
costumes. Like a destruction between enemy schools mascot.
I like that you're not certain though. Like it's always a possibility in spite of the rom-com genre.
A soft no, not a hard no, a soft no.
Soft no. So you're saying there's a chance.
As long as it's not the main characters, you're good.
Doing the murdering.
It may end up being a very different vibe.
Yeah.
It's like you're struggling. You can always like
don't
kill
pass
someone
this
off
book
and
off
fix
to
it
Aaron.
Yeah. Everyone will die.
Yeah.
Or at least half the cast.
Joe Catherine says, I'm just an introvert trying to write an extrovert. Oh, wait, he'd say yes to that party. He likes parties. Shoot. All right, we're a couple seconds away from the 40, so we will start in just a couple seconds, go for 10 minutes, and then we will check back in, see how it went, use the prompt if it suits you. If not, that's okay too. And we'll be back shortly.
Christ on a cracker. What was that?
I had little faith in my own ability to write.
Oh my god! Wow, that really threw me. Phenomenal.
I know Megan likes to gently ease us back into it, but she's not here today. So
Let chaos reign.
how'd everyone do?
I spent the last 10 minutes trying to get rid of hiccups. So
Did that work?
no.
Oh.
Did you try the Charlie trick?
What's that?
I don't remember, but
You,
I think Emma does.
I think
yeah.
I think you put your thumbs in your ears, and it looks really weird. Thumbs in your ears, pinkies in your nose, and then
Yeah.
you like turn your head upside down and swallow. I think that's it.
What?
It like works. It's crazy.
Okay, if they're not gone by the time we're doing the next prompt, I'll do that. That sounds
Kalen's
great.
daughter taught us this.
Fingers in her nose live.
Yeah. It's 'cause you have to like plug up all the holes basically. It's to create
I've
the
done
pressure,
weirder
so
things
you
on the
like,
internet. It's fine.
yeah, it like creates the pressure and you swallow.
Oh,
This is Kalen's
Like and subscribe for
5-year-old
more
taught us this, and it
life
works
tips.
every time.
Just plug
Yeah.
your nose rather than shoving your pinkies up there.
Oh
You
man.
don't shove them up. You just plug your nose.
Okay.
All right, I'll try that in a couple minutes if it doesn't go away.
I apologize for scaring everyone. I'll keep the phone further away. I can't control the volume on my alarm. My phone is on silent automatically, so it's just loud.
Everyone's just
I did
like
see a
flipping
question.
out.
You're starting to fade. Now you're not. We're all super alert. Firespawn wants to know, how do you know what's necessary to put in a story and what's unnecessary?
That's a question for the ages.
I guess my answer would be just like for every scene, ask yourself, like, what is this doing to either advance the plot or advance the characters? Like, is it helping us understand one of those things? Is it moving characters into position? Is it interesting?
I guess I'd also say, like, does your audience need to know right then and there about that thing? Because I feel like for world building, it's so easy to go into the like, well, 200 years ago, this thing caused this other thing, and that's why there's flush toilets in this fantasy world. And like, you do not need to go down that, you know, unless the like one of the characters like really needs to know that. If you don't need to know it at the moment, don't bother.
I also would say it's not so much a question for drafting. Like if you are just drafting right now, with doubt, just put it in. Because that's really a good question for beta readers when you can get those fresh eyes. Because like a lot of times as writers in our minds, like everything's necessary. It's all important and it's all interesting. And someone else can tell you like, this, I didn't need this. I understood this without you telling me here, you know, or, or this, I got bored in this part.
And I think especially if you are drafting too, leaning towards including whatever, just because like, sometimes it isn't something that ultimately needs to be in the end product, but it is something that's going to help you figure out your characters or what's going on. So it can be valuable, even if it like doesn't end up included in the final version, to still write that out.
Yeah, I agree a lot with that. Like I'm a discovery writer a little bit, like I plot everything out. But as I'm writing my character, my main character in particular, it's always a case of discovering who she is as I'm going. So there are things that I take out later because I'm like, well, I don't need this conversation about her going to church when she was 5 and that one traumatic thing happening. But I now know that that's what happened. And that's why she's like, you know, does this thing. So I'm fleshing her out in my head, but I can then go through afterwards and, you know, be a little more subjective and be like, okay, the reader doesn't need to have this all explained. It's cool now that I know that, you know, flesh her out a little bit more.
All right. Do we want to jump back in at the 55? Just keep going. Let Rachel try to get rid of her hiccups.
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of great word counts in the comments. We're just going to keep on rolling. Get some more words down. Our next prompt is going to be new music. An old heartbreak resurfaces years later. This is brought to you by Taylor Swift and Adele. There's our music I'm looking forward to this month. So 15 minutes this time is what I'm thinking. We're just going to kind of ramp up. So we will go from now until the 10, and check back in, see how it went. Good luck.
The creepy whisper is much better than
Yeah, I think that was
Oh dear God! Oh my lord!
I can't win.
Look at Lee.
All right, so the important question. Rachel, do you still have the hiccups?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because of that trick, because I didn't feel like I had one for a couple minutes and then I tried it. So I don't know if that worked.
I'm
or not.
choosing to believe in the trick.
Okay, whatever.
The other important question, how'd the writing go?
All right.
better than the first sprint.
I got a bit more like conceptual notes done, so that's good.
Stuff. Let us know in the comments how that sprint went for you. If anyone is just joining us, hello, we are the Word Nerds if we've never met before, but we are here doing writing sprints tonight to celebrate NaNoWriMo, just trying to get our word counts up a little bit. So we have one sprint left this evening. It will be a 20-minute sprint to round things out. We'll wait a few minutes, start at the 15, I guess.
Sounds good.
Sure.
And yeah.
Andrew Walker says, I'll take the creepy whisper. So, creepy whisper approval.
Oh God.
Yep.
I feel like I'm going to have to like try a third option next time. And I'm going to spend the entire 20
Round it
minutes
out.
trying to figure out what that should be. So
Celebrity
Sing
impressions.
to us next time.
Yes. Yeah. I like that idea.
and
And
Griswold
Griswold says that they want you to. Oh, are you reading that too?
yeah.
Okay.
That I should call time when Megan isn't here. Megan so rarely shows up, so this is a very small doesn't show up. So odds are you won't have to deal with me all that often, but I will take this on.
You just have the special privilege today.
Or you could do
Usually
like the
I get-
whistle from the Hunger Games, maybe.
Or Roy Kent from Ted Lasso would just yell whistle.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say the other word he yells a lot, which I was like, that would be an interesting way.
I mean, it certainly would stop me in my tracks. So
Yeah.
We make fun of Kelly, and none of us are even like trying to call time. So
Oh no, it's all her.
Well, usually like Megan, because I get overwhelmed hosting write-ins because I don't like having to like follow the time and do anything. So I just like watch the clock for however long I've set. But so usually Megan takes care of that for me. But today I had to host and she didn't show up. So this is the chaos that you guys are getting.
you're doing great.
We all like it.
I'm
so you're
enjoying it
good.
so far, honestly. So, am I being productive? Not especially, but having a good time.
Exactly.
If anyone has any final writing questions and whatnot, we will try to like jump into those after our last sprint of the evening, but we will be back to do this a few more times this month. I think 3. Yep. 3 more write-ins every Sunday in November as we get through NaNoWriMo. Just writing our words together.
Gracie B shared a line that they just wrote that they liked, which if you want to share some lines that you really like in the comments, that would be cool. Joe Catherine says, I giggled like an intoxicated clown while typing. So that's how my writing is going.
Oh, that's the best.
It's the best writing session.
Which is what Misty Kate said. That's the best kind. Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of great word counts, so good job, everyone. Productivity.
Yeah, you guys are knocking it out of the park.
It's a nice way to end the week. So no matter what you actually got done, you end up feeling like you've done something because it's the last thing you did. All right. So we got about a minute left until our last one. So we got one last prompt. As always, these are optional. With you tonight was just other things that are going to be distracting me in November. Our final one is Hawkeye. Your least likable character gets a scrappy, adorable sidekick.
Wow.
Some pointed opinions about Hawkeye.
I know. My goodness. Don't call the Marvel fans. Careful.
Oh, I am a Marvel fan. I'm just not a Hawkeye fan.
And
least
she's right
likable
that
of-
Hawkeye is the least liked character. So.
Yeah, he is.
In the
love how they
MCU,
had
I
to
know people love the comics Hawkeye, but don't really love the MCU Hawkeye.
And I love how
I
they
don't
like
dislike
shoehorned him
him.
in a backstory.
I don't
in-
dislike him, but it's
He
just
does
like they're like I think I like all the others better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't dislike him
exactly.
either. It's just least liked.
Yeah, least interesting out of all
It's
of them.
actually
Misty
kind
Kate
of
says,
on
"Poor
brand for
Hawkeye."
him, so
Taking a beating in this chat.
Oh, man.
All right, so it is the 15. We are going to go, how long did I say for this one? So 35, going for 20 minutes. Sound good? Okay, this is our longest sprint of the night. We're warmed up, ready to go. Good luck. time.
Is that a dog toy?
I actually had the Avengers theme song ready to go, and then the puppy started squeaking a toy right at the exact time. So.
Oh. How is the new
Amazing.
puppy, by the way?
I mean, I'd like her to stop squeaking the toy now, but otherwise good. How'd that go for everyone?
All right.
Not bad.
Like, great. But like, all right.
I need like another 500 words today, so I guess I'll do those after this.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
All in all, I'd say tonight went pretty well. Let us know in the comments how you all did. We'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon, so I'm looking to go write more words. But we will be back next week, same time, same place. There you go.
Hey.
I really feel Megan's absence in these moments.
I'm just saying, today you got some writing done. You learned a handy trick to get rid of hiccups. If that's not the content you want in your life, I don't know what to say.
And we're not the channel for you.
Anything else before we wrap up?
No, there's a bunch of people sharing their word counts. And
Yeah.
good job, you guys. All words are good words.
Fantastic. Annalise
Yeah.
714 for the whole stream. That's amazing. Andrew Walker
Amazing.
321 and Crystal 319. Misty Kate 140. All solid efforts for tonight.
And it's also
Still
just
got a-
nice to see like a good turnout, because it does like kind of trickle down as the month goes on. But
Yep.
a week in and people are still here, and that's great.
It's a good sign.
Yeah,
We're
7
really only
days
just
going
getting
strong.
started. Well, hopefully we will see just as many of you here next week when we do this again. More write any goodness, more wonderful word counts. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. This was so much fun, super productive, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.